Hello everybody and welcome back to Belle's channel, and in today's episode we are going to be going to Fallbrook. I have Vicar Max with me because we'll be doing one of his quests known as the Empty Man. He wants to track down Reginald Chaney, something like that, in Fallbrook on Monarch, to talk about a banned journal or something. And we'll also be doing the Errors Unseen for Sanjar, about a possible corporation illegally operating on Monarch, which obviously the whole planet is owned by MSI. That's why they were kicked off the Halcyon board, but he wants to get readmitted to it. That's why we're helping him with this quest, and once we do that he'll have no longer need to use the radio on Monarch, which will obviously help us progress further. So it's obviously the Empty Man, Errors Unseen, Radio Free Monarch, as well as something we got from Lilia Hagen of Sublight Industries. It's called the Space Crime Continuum. It says Lilia Hagen has a lead on some expensive salvage when the board abandoned Monarch. Several factories and research facilities were left mostly intact, while the majority of these locations have previously been stripped of valuable resources. Sublight agents on Monarch recently discovered a hidden laboratory with a cache of Alta Vita gas. Lillian needs an independent captain to retrieve the salvage. So retrieve the missing passcode, and then we need to go and deliver it to Catherine Malin, which obviously is who we're going to speak there. So we're not going to be doing all these quests, like completing them, but they're all connected to where we're going. So it's just to forewarn in case like the person we meet is like a random encounter and it's unavoidable. So right now we're in Stellar Bay and we're doing that Space Crime Continuum, and we need to get some sort of information. I don't know how. To get there, to be honest. Maybe go around the back, that might work. Yeah, so go up here then, maybe. I'm not actually sure where that is. Oh. Sorry, I'm good. Alright, it must be around this way then. Oh. Oh. Well, I didn't even know they had this, to be very honest with you. What is that? Looks like though. Alright. Ooh. Celebay Ruins. Ooh. So Sublight wanted a bloody note. Oh, it doesn't say it. So yeah, then we need to obviously go to Fallbrook. I know where the Fallbrook crossroads is, so that's what we're going to do. So basically, right now, we're going to be doing the quests, Space Crime Continuum, and Errors Unseen. We're likely not going to be doing the Empty Man unless, you know, it's just in case he like pops up and wants to talk to us all of a sudden. And obviously it's to do with Radio Free Monarch. So these are the two we're mainly going to be doing, depending on how and where they take us. But yeah, we're going to be going to Fallbrook now. So Fallbrook is owned by Sublight, which is why that Catherine thingy's there. MSI, which is Monarch Stellar Industries, has like allowed them to set up base there, and they trade with them. I mean, they haven't allowed them to set up base there, they kind of own that base, they never abandoned it, but they trade with them. And the whole thing is, Sanjar, the owner of MSI, wants to get back on the board. If you've been following my previous videos, you will have seen this. But yeah, so he wants to get back on the board, and he believes there's an illegal operation going on Monarch, which...
Between you and me, preacher, I don't think you can trust Sam.
Yeah, so it's basically...
We're in agreement.
He believes there's an illegal activity on the planet which they own, and they did so rightfully, but it pissed off the board, and that's why they, you know, don't want them there.
You could be...
Yeah. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by what they were talking about. But just be aware, Vicky might say something. This game is kind of weird though, it's kind of like in the future, but there's just been like no cataclysmic event, it's just they've carried on, and instead of the government buying, you know, space and owning it, it's like industries who have, you know, hired people as colonists who then go and work there, and kind of culture's just evolved from that, which is kind of why everyone's so about work. Oh, I like the lights. Mortimer Bell. Oh, for fuck's sake, that's the name.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits.
Tell me about the amenities.
No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. She'll set you straight. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your needs, patron.
Why am I? What is this place?
Yes, it's true. Fallbrook really is the best kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous spacefaring traveler. Understand?
No.
Man, oh man, it has been a blue moon since I had to break out the hook'em spiel. Allow me to paint a picture in your mind. A parcel of pure paradise nestled beneath a waterfall within a mountain. We've got activities of leisure. We got proclivities for vice. We got booze and bets and non-communal beds. Sublight owned and run, so you know you're safe while you're breaking the laws. Check in at the saloon to start spending your bits now.
It's kind of like a mini Vegas. Lilia sent me. Where's Catherine?
You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? That sounds ominous. Yeah. Ms. Malin won't like that a whit.
Breathe. It's okay.
She's not but just down the way. A 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise. Ms. Malin don't take kindly to interlopers. When I said sprat, I didn't mean the sort with whiskers and a tail.
Time for a round of whist. Or a round of whiskey. Or both.
So let's explore it all. This is like a really nice little place. Bit dark and red, but you know. Nelson Mason. Sorry, we're not gonna speak to people yet. We'll explore Fallbrook in a minute. Evicted. Ooh, can we get a house then? Alright, that's just a house. Wish we had like a light. It's pretty dark. Sublight employee evicted.
You seen Arthur today?
Nah, last time I saw him was, stars. I can't remember. Days.
You don't think he got crushed during the bridge collapse?
It was his team running that drop? Good place.
My bet's on citation in the autoloader races.
Cool, cool, cool. Dry goods and Sundays. So yeah, this is so like old Western themed. It really is. It's got notes of
This
it.
is Reginald's stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home. Let's search the room.
Oh,
Try to figure out where he's
fuck's
gone.
sake, I didn't mean to do that. That's the stuff I meant. Like, I did want it to do that. You know, progress. Alright, what's this? Hold on, let me read it. So, okay, no. No. I'm an insurance agent. So we dried sundries and goods. Duncan L.A. Liana Reed. That must be House Hospitality. Yep, that's hers. Wow, it's quite big, this place. Look, it goes all the way down there. There are people down there, so I imagine that must be to do with the quest.
Always imagined Fallbrook would be
Cleaner, fancier, stocked with better booze.
Cheaper. I've emptied 14-bit carts in the last 2 hours.
That's because you've got a terrible tell. Whenever you're lying, your right eye twitches like mad.
It most certainly does not.
So there's the full. I feel like I need to, hold on. I feel like I need to like increase my brightness a bit, 'cause I feel like it's just wrong. Where is it? That's it. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Alright, what's this? Vending machines. Workbench.
If you're feeling like the civilized type, the waterfall's a good spot to wash your clothes.
Oh, it looks like you can land your ship here. Ow! That's cool. Didn't realise you could do that. So I can actually move my ship here. Ah, I'm gonna die. Oh no, I landed on someone's head. Alright. So yeah, this is like, so now my ship's like here. But if I go back to Stella Bay, it'll be at Stella Bay. Anyway, let's go speak to Malin. So we've got 2 things to discuss with her. So it's Malin's House of Hospitality. Wesley Alexander.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine send you back here? On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order?
Got any glacier age whiskey?
No, I don't have any... Ugh. If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets.
What can I bet on?
Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. And neither is Catherine. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk on paying.
So, but you can't gamble in this game. I've noticed there's a few gambling places, but I haven't been able to gamble. Alright, here's Catherine Malin.
You blind, little bird? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
Catherine, you're as welcoming as ever.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise.
Charm. If by nugget you mean a piece of manty dangling, sure.
You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine.
So I got a
But
reputation increase
first, I'll
from
need
that.
to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening.
Ooh, excuse me. Actually, I'm the fixer for your... let's do need a hand.
If it's one that don't mind getting dirty, then I sure do. But how am I to know whether you're reliable, if not fully trustworthy?
Charm, you can trust me. Fully.
Against my better judgment, I do believe you. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that.
I got something about murder and mayhem.
Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid fucker who's gonna get it for me.
Okay.
Guess you've got it figured out then. Good. Hit him where it hurts. And his gut or his production lines ought to make do.
Say I want to sabotage the factory.
Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery.
And if I want to kill him?
Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means, just the end.
Sounds good.
It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be.
Cool, so that's what we can do for her. I'm just going to check my supply thing. So I'm about 15% on the positive. Mainly it's just from being nice to him, or funny. But let's also talk to her. Let's talk about something else.
Sure.
Actually, I'm the fixer for your sublight problem.
Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia.
So we're not going to do this in this episode. This is all about Fallbrook, this episode. How special? What sort of special?
Special as in unlawful, delicate, and deadly. As to the something, no, it ain't a person. Not this time. One of my runners uncovered a cache of Alta Vitae gas, left in a lab when the board abandoned Cascadia. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe.
What the heck is Aldivan? Yeah, I don't
Do I
remember.
look like one of them egghead science types? All I know is that labs use it to create plants and livestock out of local species. But it's a controlled commodity, available only to the board, so it is of high value on the dark market.
Save, you said it was... Okay, I'll get it done.
I do like your gumption, but let's not be hasty. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The
No
lab
problem.
itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through, or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system?
Sawbones. Ellie. Could probably get something up. No problem, carries handle managers for.
And will again.
Nyoka.
We ought to be
sorry.
taking any opportunity we get to bury those critters in lead.
Direct and aggressive. I always did like your sensibilities. You know when to strike and when to wait. Shame what came of your crew.
Crews are for ships. They were a family.
Close enough. Now, after you clear the manti nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead.
So we need Pavati. Oh, good thing we'll have an engineer. Pavati will handle it.
Dandy. Did I mention the gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it with the utmost of care.
So it's really who you want to pick for your
Once you've
team
got
for
our
this.
goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. Best of luck, Fixer.
So Cascadia, the factory is in Cascadia, but Cascadia is actually overrun itself.
Catherine's great, ain't she? She'll pull you out of the sulfur, so long as you don't mind being in her debt.
So, yeah, Cascadia is like literally covered in like marauders and things. So I think we're just going to do the errors unseen really in this one. We've kind of just, you know, seen... Where is that actually? I just want to look. Oh, it's over there. But that's Cascadia. You can actually take your ship there, which I would probably recommend doing. But it does give you a warning right before you do that. So let's do the unseen
Efficient,
errors. So let's go
clever,
talk to her again.
Ruthless.
How's Claw?
Alright, let's talk about something else. Sandra said, do you know something about an corporation operating secret?
Might be I know something about it. Might be someone hired my crew to blind drop supplies on the northern bridge. Might be they sure as shit weren't pirates. Now that I consider it, I ain't heard from my delivery team in far too long. Find them for me, and I'll pay you handsomely.
I'll check it out.
And I'll thank you kindly for it.
I'd like a room.
I take it you don't have a reservation. No matter, I keep a suite of VIP rooms for visitors of your, let's call it a certain means. The VIP rooms charge by the night. But for you, I'll make it a one-time fee. Got a feeling you'll make me a fine investment.
Okay. I'll consider it sold.
Marvelous. Do take care of the place. Maid service won't clean after a murder.
Oh, so we can get a house basically for 411 bits.
Remind me never to get on Ms. Malin's bad side.
And it's down here basically,
She's
like,
fine. Well,
there's
so
your
long as you
ship,
ain't on her bad
here's
side.
your
Then
domicile.
she's liable to drown you in the waterfall.
Room for rent. So yeah, now you can use this as your own home if you want. Yeah, which I think is pretty nice, to be honest. There's some bits in it so you can get your money back. Well, some of it. Yeah, that's cool, that's cool. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to be doing the errors unseen. So, Sanjar believes another company may be operating on Monarch illegally. If he can get proof, then it could be that as leverage to get the MSI readmitted to Halsey on board. Someone hired Catherine's team to make a blind supply drop at the bridge north of Fallbrook. Investigating the area may lead to the proof you need. So that's up there. So, that way? It's... Oh my god. Oh. So, that's Fallbrook. This is Fallbrook. So I'm just gonna fast travel to the Fallbrook crossroads. So yeah, this is kind of like there's not enough time to do all these quests. Like there are so many. They're so detailed that like I can't do more than perhaps 2 maximum. Probably the next one's gonna include some of the quests around there. I might even do I might do that Clive one. Which way do we go from here? Straight up. I'm gonna go up here actually. Oh yeah, so it just really depends. You just gotta go with it. And I'll just pick as many as I can.
Here we go.
Nice hit!
That ain't working. Too tough. There they go.
That was easy.
We were incoming! Don't mess with us!
So that wasn't too bad. Oh, there they are.
Hello there. A word, if I may be so bold.
Western Sloan.
Well now, here I thought those mantisaurs had peacefully exited the premises. But you're a simpler explanation. Thanks for the assistance. Name's Weston. Every once in a while I set up shop along these here roads. You find yourself in need of resupply, you come on by. Care to purchase a thing or two?
Sure. What's he got? Immune. Okay. What's that? Corrosion. Oh, we got 56 discount. Jesus. Oh, he's an iconic. I can't say it. Alright, so let me sell these shotguns because I don't actually need them. R2. Perhaps I can sell some of this, so just bear with me. Alright, so this is just a normal bloke. We need we need to get down there. She said a bridge, so I naturally assumed. And how the hell are we gonna get down there? Oh, please don't hurt. Oh my god. There's so much breaking! Oh, and then it didn't on that end.
I'd stake my reputation on this being an ambush.
Keep your guard up. Whoever got to them may still be nearby.
It looks like the bridge got blown out. So there's a marauder thug here. Okay, examine. The trailer leads away from the autoloader. Oh. Oh, smuggler tunnel. Right, let's go. I can't even remember what quest we're doing this for. Oh yeah, errors unseen, that was it.
Stay back. I may be wounded, but I'm still armed. How'd you get past my traps anyway?
Forget about that. What are you doing?
Hiding from the marauders that hit us, obviously. Now your turn.
Mason, let me take a look at your wounds.
That feels a mite better. Wish I had something to give you, but I gnawed through my last Spratwurst an hour ago.
What's with all these
A
traps?
cave like this makes a handy place to store goods or hide out for a spell. And the traps usually keep gawkers out.
Catherine told me some of her careers have gone
Nice to
missing out
know
here.
she cares. Catherine had us making drops for some big shot client out here. And before you ask, I don't know who they are. Or were. The whole point of making drops in the middle of nowhere was to keep their identity and whereabouts a secret.
You think they're dead?
The marauders knew we were coming. Rigged the bridge with explosives and everything. If they found us, my guess is they found the client too.
Where'd the marauders go?
Last I saw, they were heading back up the hill. You'll see it on the right when you get out of here. If you've got the sand to go after him, I'm sure Catherine can reward you for your trouble. Me?
As soon as you catch your breath. Alright, so let's steal all the stuff that's in here, because it's pretty, you know, reward. Oh, I need 55 of that. That's so annoying. Gourmet or tuna. I like how everything highlights in blue, but it doesn't. I think there is just a bit too much stuff, to be honest with you. There's like multiple things which do the exact same thing, and I think it's just there's too much stuff. But then again, if it's all developed by corporations, that's gonna happen. Alright, so let's get out of it. I think this is gonna take us a bit longer than I was expecting, so this may draw into part 2, just so you know. So obviously it will be this episode is obviously it's called Fallbrook and Errors Unseen, but obviously just check the next video as well. I'm not going to end it right now, but unless it is really quick, the next episode is going to be Errors Unseen part 2. So keep an eye out for that, but obviously it depends if we actually finish the whole quest relatively soon. Because it could be, we just go up the hill, kill a bunch of marauders, and it'll lead us into a new quest where we then have to return to Catherine and she'll know who's. But I was feeling that the client might have had something to do with this, so this is where we're gonna go. Up the hill. So there's the bridge that collapsed. Slow it down now that we're getting.
Incoming!
Whoa, who the fuck did that? Oh, it was him who did it. Oh, I get it. It was Vicar Max that said it. I don't recognise his voice. Oh. UDL lab discovered.
Please, you don't have to do this. Just let us down from here. The humidity is really uncomfortable.
Here we go!
Don't mess with us.
Who would like to die first?
Look, I didn't mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear.
As bystanders, does this make us complicit?
Did they just kill him? You motherfucker! I didn't finish it, did I? Maybe the scientists could provide testimony, never mind, because you reckon just kill them. Fucking motherfuckers.
This'll be fun. Everyone all right?
Aunt Cleo. But yeah. That poor scientist. I didn't realize they were gonna kill him. I think that might have just been their intent anyway. That was gonna happen as soon as you got close. So, there is a bypass on there, but I just picked up the key card that was on the desk. Project Lorium Ipsum shall result in a potent but non-lethal crowd control gas for use against rioting, agitated or excessive numerous crowds. Make product. Sulfur products make Monarch a prime site for testing and experimentation. Transfer. Who is this from though? It doesn't say. Messages. I don't care what somebody is charging, it's not hack, well then. If Valdez gets put titled and these begin to be fewer fans are still not covering for you. Hidden. So there is something working on it, obviously. But by which corporation is unknown. Ooh, magpies. They're definitely experimenting. Ew. Unlock loop gun contamination. Chairman. Unlock loop gun. You're attending a company meeting at HHC headquarters in Bazan and vile dissidents attack the building. What is your priority? Protect the chairman? Ah, okay, you are pursuing one of the many UDL personal security mega outlets and ensuring our fine selection employee compliance equipment. When you are approached by a stranger who makes an offhanded comment that appears to use an indirect insult to public service. Smile McQuaid, berate him relentlessly to defend engage him further to assess his intent. Oh shit, it's incorrect. Alright, protect the chairman. You and your spouse have a healthy love, and one day you discover that they have been reading unsanctioned stories to your children. Turn the stories into the authority and claim responsibility, arrest your spouse, and admit your child to a re-education. Cool. Pick up a gloop gun. So those are the answers to that. Let's grab a load of all this. I like how there's just a little bit like this all around. Alright, so let's get back to who are we going back to? Return to Sanja, so pop back to Stellar Bay. That didn't take too long. But I did think that scientist was going to die no matter what, unless you like shot the person at the top. But even then he probably would have just killed him quickly. Then again, in that situation you wouldn't, would you? Like, if you were holding a hostage, if you were getting shot, you wouldn't just shoot them all of a sudden and then run off. You would literally run off and leave them. So perhaps you could have saved him. I don't know. I didn't even, I was ready to run in their guns blazing, and then I thought they were just hostages on top. I didn't realise they were going to be killed until one of them flew off the ceiling of the roof of the building. But oh well, poor sod. Nothing I could have done.
Is it true that manta queens devour their mates after copulation?
Yeah. Well, sort of. They kill them, but they leave the body till their swarm hatches and eats it. The first meal is their fop.
Thank you again for
Disgusting.
retrieving the bolt. It's every bit as complex as I'd heard, but... Anyway?
Benedict of UDL secret experiment.
Excellent timing on your part. I worked my fingers to nubs, but I finally completed the Bolt 52 form. I dare say it will be my second greatest achievement after the Reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge?
Not so fast, what are you talking about?
I'm working on a plan to reorganize the board. Slowly, peacefully, and with meticulous documentation.
Sounds orderly. That's a good start.
Indeed. Everything starts...
Okay.
The workings of the universe take time to prevail.
But never fear. I plan on wording our forms very strongly. But truly, I am getting ahead of myself. First, I need to submit the bolt.
My left tit. No, go on, let's give it
There
not
was
too
something
funny.
going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
Great. Great.
Oh, the data on that cartridge was even more damning.
Alright, yeah.
Anyway,
Nothing. No. Good. So we did unseen errors, and now Monarch Free Radio. Good. So Emissite and the Iconoclasts are no longer using the tower report back to Hiram, and obviously from that we can get the location for the chemicals needed by Phineas. But we're not going to be doing that in the next episode. The next episode, we are going to be doing the space crime continuum. And the probably the Slaughterhouse Clive quest for what was her name? Oh my god, I forgot her name. Catherine Malin, I think that's how you pronounce it. And then after that, little quest, we're probably going to be doing the Empty Man. And then after that, we'll be doing the Mandibles of Doom and the Little Memento. Because Mandibles of Doom, apparently there's mercenaries near the peak of the Devil's Peak station. That's obviously where Hiram is, so that they're there. And then after that, we will probably do the Star-Crossed troops and then do the Radio Free. I prefer to get everything done, then move on. So yeah, thank you for watching. I did hope you liked this episode. No, I kind of feel like we should do that. I'm changing my plan. Oh my god, we're just gonna do it. Come on, let's do it. Radio Free, Monarch, the final. Yeah, so we'll do that, and then, it's kind of concluded all that evidence with the radios and the evidence. I'm so sorry. I'm just like, my mind's going round and round right now. Conclude all the missions, you know, with the Iconoclast and the MSI, and then we're done it. I will just really quickly check our reputation with the MSI. It is revering. So yeah, 100% usually means we've completed it all. I need to get upstairs, and I don't know how. Oh, it's this way, and then the stairs. I'm trying to remember from when I was last here. Let's go to Hiram. There you are.
Do you hear that? It's the blessed sound of radio silence, which leads me to believe you have sweet, sweet news for me.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. I am back in business. But before we get down to it, might I ask how you handled the problem? In the end?
Does it matter? Job's done.
Is that so?
I helped both the MSI and get what they wanted.
I don't know how. The two are diametrically opposed and impossible to please. But it matters not how you fixed my problem, only that you did. I don't doubt that you are working with Phineas, but my contract specifies I relay any acquired information to the purchaser, and to the purchaser alone. However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver, so I can input the needed adjustments.
Fine.
It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numeric.
Got it.
Terrific. I'll be here, waiting with bated breath. Give a shout if the
Oh, he's such a fucking idiot, this bloke. Swear to God, I could just punch him. Alright. Oh, that looks disgusting. I mean, is that its stomach? That big thing, then its intestines, and then the rest? Must be. Pretty good. It looks like it has like 6 lungs. Oh no, there's 2 lungs up there, or is that its heart? The 6 things could be like, kind of like pancreases. You know, they secrete bile and enzymes. Sorry, I'm getting back onto my anatomy then. Right, use. Please don't.
Testing 1, 2, check,
Right.
check. Sweet stars. But that... Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly beg you to get out of my tower. There's no need to assert your dominance. I doubt I could make you do anything you don't wish to. Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior. But I must admit, I have grown rather fond of you. As Nyoka can attest, I do not form attachments with many. Do take care.
Why, he told us to leave without flinging insults at our persons. He really does like you, Captain.
What in the... Captain, there's a fireball in the sky.
Fuck. What the fuck?
Black holes. Did you see that?
Whose shit was that?
Looks like a UDL ship. Based on the gunnery attachments, I guess it's one of the board's blockade enforcers, but don't cite me on that.
UDL.
Oh, well, a pity
They
for
were the
crew,
ones.
But I can't see how it affects me. Hiram? Can you hear me? Did you see that? Architect, save me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Did MSI or did MSI not cease broadcasting? Yes, but... Hiram. Hiram, are you there?
Oh, it's you!
Not without a physical contact waiver. The good captain. The truth brings us together once more. Our salvation has come crashing through the stratosphere. We need only collect its weapons. Are you mad? That's a UDL gunship. You'd probably shoot your own toes off.
You're acting like children.
Par for the course, really. You should do like I did. Get out while you still retain a shred of sanity. We could use the gunship's armaments to defend Stellar Bay, but we need its targeting module. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet and spreading to the stars. Help us secure that module and we will save our colony. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do, so long as you leave me out of it. Which means, get off my void damn channel. I'm more than finished with you lot.
Shit. Ooh. So we have not concluded this yet, which annoys me so much. We need to speak with Phineas. Travel to his lab and speak with him to discuss it. Okay, we will do that on the next episode. I'm too intrigued by what hell on earth is going on with this thing. Where is it? There it is. See where the ship lands. They could still stick the landing. 0 out of 10 from the Monarch Judge. What? Reach the ship and take the targeting module for its central terminal. So we need to do that before they do, basically. Where is the ship? The ship's over there. That's not even the way it landed. Was it? No, that's the way it landed. I know. Alright, yeah, no. It's got... I thought it was on the wrong side. So really to get there we need to go through Cascadia. But we're not going to be doing that right now. No. We have got a ton of other quests to do, which we'll be doing in the next few episodes. And then we will be doing the Canid's Cradle, which kind of freaks me out because Canid, I don't like them things. They're like big feathery dogs. So yeah. We'll join us in the next few episodes where we find a secret lab in Cascadia, get a sweetheart cake from the old Rizzo's facilities in Cascadia for Pavati, find Reginald Cheney, visit an old hunter's outpost, deal with Clive at the CMP factory, and probably a few other things. So yeah, thank you for watching. This is Belle, and goodbye.